between Spence is I'm really my own boss now, and he's not.
Watch me fry this fish.
Terence Bud Crawford was on the MMA Hour with Errol Spence. Terence Crawford has been out here promoting this fight. You see his social media. He's coming out with videos every day. Tickets go on sale, right? But Terence Crawford answers some questions that I think a lot of fans will be interested in knowing. Is he signed with PBC, right? Who made the first phone call? How does he feel about Errol Spence Jr.? Yeah, he got to ask all these questions. Salute to Errol Spence from the MMA Hour. But yeah, Terence Bud Crawford interview. It's pretty interesting, right? Check it out.
That MMA fans, that sports fans, that non-sports fans, everyone is interested in this. Everyone's been hearing about this. So let me ask you this. How close was this to not happening once again? Was it ever, like, did you ever feel, oh my God, we're going to do this again. We're going to get to the finish line. It's going to fall through. Or did this time around, did it feel different?
Oh, for sure. This time around felt completely different. You know, me and Errol, we actually got on the phone and we both agreed that we both was going to do our best to make sure this fight happened, and we got it done.
Wow.
So we're here now. We're about to put on, you know, one of the best welterweight showdowns in a long time.
Who called who? As far as you and Errol, who made the call first?
Well, I called him, you know, I'm like, hey, listen, man, let's get it on, you know, and he was like, he was all for it. So, you know, we both had the same mission, the same goal, and that's to become undisputed welterweight champion of the world and make history. So, you know, we both agreed that we was going to do what we can to get the fight done, and now we're here.
I love that. By the way, how long ago was that phone call?
Oh, we talked here and there, you know, from the beginning of the year to up until, you know, we got the contract signed.
Okay. And is the contract signed? Because there are still some people out there like, I'm only going to believe this when I see them in the ring on July 29th. Is it officially signed on your end and to the best of your knowledge on his end as well?
Yes. To the best of my knowledge, everything is signed. I've signed my part, and I believe that he signed his part. So everything is everything.
Did you have to make any concessions?
Not really, just mandatories. Like, we got a mandatory rematch. Other than that, no.
Now, the mandatory rematch, it's possible that we can get 3 fights out of this between these two guys.
The interesting thing about this rematch clause is that it works both ways, right? You both have a rematch clause, which I actually kind of like. Like, I didn't like the fact that Ryan Garcia didn't have a rematch clause with Tank Davis, that only Tank had it. Is that accurate that you both have a rematch clause?
Definitely, yes.
And
well, it's different in a Ryan and Tank situation. When you look at Ryan and Tank, Ryan really didn't have much to bring to the table or much to offer. Ryan never was actually a world champion. Ryan didn't have no title, so he didn't have really nothing to stand on.
Other than his name, his stature, you know, I get that, but I just feel like this makes it totally fair. By the way, why does that come up when I ask you about a concession? Did you not want to have a rematch clause in there at all?
Good question.
Me, I really didn't care, you know, but if it makes sense for us to have a rematch, then it makes sense. You know, I'm all for everything. I just want to get the fight done.
The rematch clause, the rematch is smart because it guarantees both guys 2 big paydays, at least 2 big paydays, right? It makes sense. It makes sense for them to have a rematch. And why not? It's the biggest fight in boxing, the fight that every boxing fan, every fight fan has been waiting for. So, I mean, it just makes sense to have a rematch clause 2 ways. So we go see.
And is it accurate to have now signed with Al Heyman and PBC?
Signed with them as far as what?
I guess to be your promoter. Like, in other words, some people credited that as one of the reasons why this was able to get done. Is that accurate or inaccurate?
That's inaccurate.
Okay, so are you affiliated with them at all?
For
for this
These
fight?
2 fights. Yes.
Okay, so why? So
See, Ariel Helwani, he knows his stuff. He asks all the really good questions, right? He's like the MMA version of Brian Custer. He knows what all the fans are talking about, so he knew that people would be interested in knowing, are you with Al Heyman in PBC?
why do you say it's inaccurate? Like, you think this would have gotten done regardless?
No, I'm just saying it's inaccurate because it's not like we signed a promotional deal with PBC or Showtime or anything like that. You know, we just doing business together for the time being, and you know, who knows? Hopefully, in the future, we can continue to do business if everything goes according to plan.
So if someone out there is hearing us talk and is hear me being all excited about this fight, saying like, what took so long? In your opinion,
Right.
I know it's a long and winding road. Like, what the hell took so long to make this fight happen?
Well, business, you know, everything happened at the right time. I believe this is the right time for this mega fight to happen. And, you know, I really don't care what took so long. All I care is that we're here now. And, you know, I'm more than excited to get in the ring and show everybody that I'm the best fighter in the world.
So yeah, Terence Crawford don't care what took so long. Terence Crawford simply just wants to get it on. It's been a long time coming with this fight. We've been talking about this fight for a long, long time.
In our character, just to sell the fight. This fight sells itself. You know, I don't think that nor me or Errol gotta go out and do things that's not in our character just to sell the fight. When you look at
Really, all they gotta do is beat themselves. This fight already was boiling hot for years. I mean, they really don't got to do nothing out of the ordinary to really get this thing really going, like some of these other fights, right?
you say, okay, you got 2 undefeated top 5 pound for pound fighters in a prime going head to head for the undisputed welterweight championship of the world. You know, 2 action-packed fighters. What more do you need? You don't need me going out there acting all crazy. You don't need him going out there acting all crazy just to sell a fight. The fight is gonna sell itself because everybody know what they're getting come fight night.
Now, I'm gonna let you guys check out the rest of the interview on the MMA Hour. Go check it out. It starts about the hour 18 mark is when the actual interview starts. Yeah, my thoughts on it. Crawford's pretty diplomatic in this interview, but he seems to be really, really cordial with Errol Spence Jr. despite the rivalry, despite the animosity between the fan bases. Him and Spence seem to be really cordial with each other. Say he don't know Errol Spence to like him or dislike him, but he seemed like a cool, laid-back dude, etc., family man, etc., etc., etc. Go check out the full interview. Terence Bud Crawford out here promoting this fight with Errol Spence Jr. Also, he mentions that the press conference, I believe, is next week. So stay on the lookout for that. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.